Welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm RD. How are we doing today, everybody? We're live on YouTube for the Sunday morning show. I don't do it as often as I should, but I should be doing it more. Welcome in. What we're going to do today is do some. We're going to set my lineups. We do a little start sit. If there's anybody in here that anybody got any questions, and then we're going to make our NFL picks. Just something I want to get back in the habit of doing. These last several weeks, it's just been crazy. Halloween time for October. We got stuff everywhere around the house. Everything's decorated. Then, of course, it decides to rain this past week constantly. So you have power surges, power outages, and stuff like that. So it's just a madhouse around here. But yeah, let's take a look at the NFL today. Now, this is going to shock you. And as I take a sip of my coffee, hold on. This is going to shock you because last week we had 6 teams on bye week. This week, we've got none. Nil, zip, zeta, zada, nada, nothing, nobody. So full teams, everything's good to go. And you know what? Let's get into setting some lineups, shall we? I'm going to show you my screen. So if you're listening to this podcast on Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you stream your podcast, you can actually see this on YouTube. SB Fantasy Football Podcast. Now, I've got probably 4 or 5 lineups I'll be going through and screwing around with. And we'll just go ahead and get this one out of the way, right? This is a free league that I'm in. I'm pretty sure it's free league. I'm not sure. I think I'm in one free league this year. Just wanted to join one and screw around and have some fun. I think I was having a couple drinks at the bar, and this is what happened. Anyways, here we go. QB for the week. I only have one in this league. Actually, I have 2. Justin Fields, but he's out. So nothing I can do about that. So I got Justin Herbert, Chargers. I need him to perform. He's predicted for 26.29 points. He's playing Chicago. He's at home. Come on, right? This guy has just not performed this year. I don't know. He doesn't look right. He gives me the vibes that he's hurt. And I don't want him to be hurt. I want him to play phenomenal, right? The next up, we got DJ Moore. Now, with Justin Fields out, you might be thinking, why are you playing DJ Moore? I'm like, well, dude, I really don't have a whole lot of other options at the wide receiver. So he's getting put in. This is a 3 wide receiver league and a flex. So I got DJ Moore in there. Bassett. I can never think of that kid's name. The rookie for the Bears. I'm actually searching for it right now. They're not playing until tonight. And never mind. I'm not worrying about it. I'm going back. I'm going all the way back, baby. That's right. So DJ Moore did okay last week. I look for him to be serviceable again this week. And again, like I said, I don't have a lot of options. Next up, Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's starting. Detroit's playing Vegas. They're in the Dome. They're at home. Scheduled for 17.06 PPR points. I don't know. I'm not saying he's been a bust this year. I'm just saying he has not lived up to the hype in my head. He's been a great receiver, but it just hasn't really got it done. I can't even watch fantasy football now to do the last minute, who's active, inactives, but hell with it, whatever. They got like soccer on right now. Calm down. It's soccer. Next up, Zay Flowers. He's been turning on lately, 13.57 projected points. Last week was good. He's getting a lot of targets, getting a lot of action. And, as long as Lamar is slinging it, Zay Flowers will be the beneficiary of that. Now, don't get me wrong. He loves Andrews. He'll always love Andrews. But Zay Flowers getting some action. Next up, we got Joe Mixon. I already played James Cook and Dalton Kincaid. If you checked out the show, what's up, babe? On SB Fantasy Football Podcast on YouTube. You gotta love it. Come in there. You live? What are you live on? I love podcasting. I love streaming too. It's like one of my favorite things. Now, if you watch the show, if you listen to the Thursday night prediction show preview and the waiver wire show, I was like, go get Dalton Kincaid. He is going to be the guy for the next several weeks. Knox is out with a wrist injury. He's got to have surgery. He's done for a handful of weeks. And Kincaid looks like he can get it done. And he gets that attention. He scored just 17.5 PPR points this past Thursday against Tampa Bay. He almost had you 2 touchdowns. Almost. He was this close. But amazing play by the Tampa Bay defense to knock the ball away at the last second. Now, I do have Kareem Hunt slated right here because I really do believe that Ford is going to be out. And then Ford is out. They just have him as questionable. He's got an ankle problem. So Kareem Hunt's going to be thrusted in that. Now he had what's up, Lizzie? How you doing? He had a thigh injury. He's back. He's healthy. There's no designation on him for saying questionable. Fine. Now, this is where I would be, if I wanted to get funny, this is where I would get funny. I have Tyler Lockett here, and I could very well justify putting him over DJ Moore. But let me say this. DJ Moore, even though they got a rookie quarterback out right now, they are playing the Chargers. The Chargers give up some points. Tyler Lockett's playing Seattle. And I don't know who the starting quarterback is this week as of yet, but Cleveland's got a great defense. So I don't know. And listen. I just think Cleveland's going to swallow them up. I don't even know if DK Metcalf's going to be playing. So my other selection I had a chance. I drafted Evan Ingram. I was like, he's my starter every single day. I was going to play him every single week, but he just hasn't performed to where I thought he would be. The way he ended the season last year, I thought it was phenomenal. I thought him and Sunshine, I always call him Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence, they were connecting, big plays, big points, touchdowns, fantasy wins, and whoop, 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 whoop. That's what you get. Jerry Jeudy, though, I really think Jerry Jeudy could be a replacement here for DJ Moore. Actually, I take that back. I'm thinking of Courtland Sutton. Now, Jerry Jeudy's not bad. Let's be honest. He's not terrible, but there's just a breakdown right now in Denver. Jerry Jeudy is in the spotlight of being kind of negative and, whatever, but he can only do what he can do. If he doesn't get the damn ball, he can't, he can't catch nothing that ain't thrown to him. So right now, Jerry Jeudy sits on my bench. He's damn near droppable at this point. Of course, I got Justin Fields and I got Robert Woods. They're both out today, which, hey, you got Tank Dill. You might want to fire him up. Josh Reynolds is listed as active. He was questionable at one point, but unless you're in a deep league, I'm not starting him. No one's starting him. You know what I mean? Unless you're in a deep league, obviously. So let me go ahead and click back, and we're going to look at my the Strikeout Beer League. Now, this league, you're going to think, what the hell's going on? And I feel you. I totally understand. This is a super flex PPR hell breaking loose league, right? Now I have Dak as my starting quarterback just because I haven't flipped him and Tua because, Tua's on my list as well. I only run 2 quarterbacks in this league. Badgett, that was his name, Tyson Badgett. I picked up last week because Dak was on bye. That's exactly why he's on my lineup now. And I'm just going to hold on to him, see if he does anything. Now, this lineup is pretty much set it and forget it, to be honest. How I constructed it, how I got everybody, I'm absolutely, it seriously is. Until something pops up, somebody gets hurt, this is how it's going to look, essentially. Now, there is one little thing I will say. As we're going to go top to bottom. We got Dak Prescott, quarterback, Tyreek Hill, receiver, Puka Nacua, receiver, Jonathan Taylor, running back, Austin Eckler, running back. Those guys are locked, loaded. Never going to change Tyreek Hill, Jonathan Taylor, or Austin Eckler. Now, Puka, if he starts to fade a little bit, maybe. But as far as I can tell, they believe in the kid, makes amazing catches. Big play guy. Evan Ingram, again, I don't have another replacement for a tight end. I'm just kind of rolling with him. I wasn't able to get Kincaid, so there you go. Otherwise, I would have got him and started him because, like I said, Evan Ingram has not lived up to the hype that I had and the hype that I had, the rankings that I thought he was going to be at and the value that he's going to be worth. But anyway, in my flex, I do have DJ Moore, which this might be a swap out opportunity because I think I am going to play Courtland Sutton here. They're in this position. I can also slide in Kareem Hunt. I do have Tank Dell. I got to take a little deeper look at this because for a flex, wide receiver, running back, and tight end, I've actually got some really good options, right? And do I think that DJ Moore is going to get several checkdowns and then maybe some crazy screen that goes for 50 yards and a touchdown? I don't know. I'm hoping so, obviously. But Courtland Sutton, the only reason I'm kind of off on him this week because he's playing Kansas City. I usually don't say Kansas City's got a tough defense, but let's just be honest. It's Kansas City. It's raining. It's storming. And they're in Denver, right? And I don't know if you've seen the weather reports. It's going to be freaking cold as hell and 16 inches of snow. I'm not playing Courtland Sutton. Actually, probably not going to play any Denver players. And I would be a little hesitant to play anybody that's not Travis Kelce or Patrick Mahomes. Let's just be honest. You're going to play those two regardless. You're not benching those guys for weather. But anyway, and Michael Thomas, he actually cleared. He's now cleared to play. He was questionable, but I'm not putting him in. I mean, they are playing Indianapolis. Indianapolis, they're in the dome. Indy's got a pretty good defense. I'm waiting to see kind of what happens with this game. I think it's going to throw me for a loop, and I do have Kareem Hunt just sitting there. Depending on how I feel, but they are playing Seattle. And like I said, fire up Tank Dell. Tank Dell could be a good play in DFS this week. Jeff Wilson, I have him as a stash. Not doing anything with him. Let's just be honest. Not doing anything with him. Moving on. Going down to Beard Laws. Now, this is Survivor League. Like, this league is wild as S. So all you have to do is not be the lowest scoring team that week and you survive. Like, it's nerve-wracking as all get out. I don't even know why Trevor Lawrence is my QB. I think you know what? I picked him up. I picked him up and dropped Russ. I finally had enough for Russ's ass and I dropped him. So anyways, here we go. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence. He's at Pittsburgh. It's going to be a stormy, rainy day. Amari Cooper. God, I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad that he's in this situation. It's not like he's a phenomenal receiver, but he's good. He's very good. And he's just got a tough draw. DK Metcalf, as we mentioned earlier, he is healthy. Again, I got Cleveland versus Seattle players and Cleveland players, Seattle players and whatnot. They're playing one another. Alvin Kamara, he's been a dial-up start every single week since he came off his suspension. So Kamara is going to play. Obviously, Austin Eckler. You know what drives me crazy? See, Austin Eckler can sometimes, he's hurt. I love him. He's like seriously one of my favorite players. And he's a great streamer too. If you don't know about that, check him out on Twitch. But his backup, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. And it's like if you have him, I can see his face too. If Austin Eckler is out and he is the starter, he doesn't do jackass. If Austin Eckler's in the game, Joshua Kelly, that's his name. If he's in the game, then all of a sudden Joshua Kelly will get a touchdown. He'll score you 15 to 20 freaking points. It drives you freaking bonkers. Obviously, I have Mark Andrews. I paid the premium for him. He is going to start every single week. And I will drop somebody from this bench to put him in. To me, he's always going to be a top 2, top 3 tight end. That's how it goes. He'll always start. Joshua Palmer, I got him in as the flex right now, but I think I am going to make some adjustments and some tweaks because I don't think he's playing today. I'm waiting to see the actives, inactives, but with him being a 7:20 start time, he's Sunday Night Football guy, I think I'm going to have to put in D'Onta Foreman because I know he's going to play, and I think that's just unfortunately what I'm going to have to do. Now, I don't think D'Onta Foreman is going to have the week he had last week where he was, scoring 35, 38 points. He scored 3 touchdowns. He was just a workhorse. The kid Roshan's back, and he's going to cut in, obviously. Now, let's be honest. If Foreman starts to cook, he's going to be your early down back, first, second down. If he starts to cook and he's breaking it open, they're going to be real reluctant to bring in Roshan. Roshan Johnson, I would believe his last name. Anyway. So there you go. That's just a little look at what I have here as far as my teams go and things like that. That was Beard Laws. Oh, this is the public league. Here we go. This is public league. So we have Herbert, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Of course, every one of those guys are going to get the auto start every single week. Joe Mixon and Javonte Williams as my running backs. Now, I really would consider swapping out Mixon at this point, I think, or Javonte Williams for D'Onta Foreman, just because Mixon and them they're playing Seattle or Cincinnati is playing San Francisco. They're in Santa Clara, right? And then, like I mentioned before, Denver and Kansas City are playing. It's going to be a crazy, cold, messy of a game. I do have Najee Harris on the bench, Drake London, McLaughlin. Obviously, I got a handcuff for Williams, Josh Downs, and then Darrell Henderson. So I do have some options here. Got Dave Montgomery on the IR. He's out. I mean, he's just going to be out for a little bit of time. So those are my lineups for my Yahoo leagues. Now, I do, if you are interested, and let me tell you this, I know you're not, because no one really cares about other people's fantasy leagues. No one does. That's one of my. I'll tell you what though, I'm an awkward person to talk with, very standoffish and things like that. But that is my out. Here we go. In or out. Raheem Mostert's active. Zach Moss active. Darren Waller active. Brock Purdy will start. Trent Williams, Tyler Lockett, and Jerome Ford are all still questionable. There's no way Jerome Ford is playing. There's no freaking way. I hope he does, but at this point, I hope he don't. Get a little weaker rest here. Jalen Ramsey's been activated from IR and will make Dolphins debut today. Knee surgery July 28th. Okay. But when I'm out in a public setting, or if I got to talk to someone new and I know that they play fantasy football, they watch fantasy football, what do? I was asking how their team's doing, who they got. Oh, and then boy, they'll just unload on you because no one's ever asked them how their team is doing because no one cares. No one cares. Anyways, my ESPN league with my cousin. I got Pat Mahomes, Austin Eckler, Kareem Hunt, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Puka Nacua, Mark Andrews, Brandon Ayuk. And then I'm benching this week DJ Moore, Pierce, McLaughlin, Bourne, Scary Terry, McLaurin, and then McLaughlin, Warren, and Freeman. So, which I need to take a peek at. But yeah, no, this is like, to be honest, I went after studs in this league. I got Patrick Mahomes. I got Austin Eckler in the first round. I think I got Pat Mahomes, or I got Amon-Ra St. Brown in the second, and then Pat Mahomes in the third. It was wild. I was like, I want studs in every single position. Ended up, got Mark Andrews as well. So I wanted at least one. I did go a little high on Justin Tucker, which he has not performed to his ability this year. And the only reason he hasn't done it is because either the Ravens don't get into field goal range or they score a touchdown. What are you gonna do? You get your point, buddy. That's about it, right? Oh man, there's gonna be some great games today. Yeah, they're already talking about the Chiefs Broncos. Temperature right now is 26 degrees, 6-mile-an-hour winds and flurries. Oh, it's cold here in Texas. I'm in the DFW area, and today I think I woke up and it's like 50 degrees, 4 degrees outside. It's going to be like 40 for the next several days. Lows in the 30s and 20s, which is awesome for us because, man, I've been missing that cold. I've been missing the cold weather. I have. So there you go. That'll do it for the lineup portion of the day. We're going to flip into some start-sit action. Now, some of these have been, people have asked me questions. They've kind of just alluded to things, stuff I found on the internet as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Boop. All right, we got Miles Sanders or Jaylen Warren. It doesn't say PPR, but I handle PPR. That's what I do. For me, both of these are terrible options. Oh God, this is like shit. You're in trouble. This must be a deep league because Miles Sanders is not even the guy out there. He's not even the guy in Carolina at this point, but neither is Jaylen Warren. I think Jaylen Warren's going to find the end zone today, and that's going to save him. But I think Chuba over in Carolina is the guy. Yeah. Woo, man. Brock Purdy or Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, definitely. I mean, right? Who the Jags are playing the Steelers? And then obviously the Niners are playing Bengals. Man. Yeah, give me Trevor Lawrence on that one. Ayuk or Addison in a standard league? Addison. He proved it last week. I think he scored like 2 touchdowns or whatever. The guy can get open super fast, good hands. Ayuk with Brock Purdy throwing to him against the Cincinnati defense. I even have Ayuk in my league. I plug him in every week as a flex. He's the best flex I got, best option I got. But yeah, give me Addison. He will find the end zone again. Guarantee it. Need to start one at wide receiver. I don't see any PPR or standard indication there. Josh Downs, Kristen Watson, Scary Terry, Drake London, Rashee Rice. Out of this, if I got to start one, I do like Josh Downs right now. For me, this is between Scary Terry and Josh Downs. And it's going to kind of come down to who they're playing. And Washington's playing the Eagles. Kind of tough, right? And then you got the man, I had all these things just sitting here. Colts playing the Saints. At least the Colts are at home. And so the Washington Commanders. I hate the Commanders. I hate that name. Just call them Washington. That's all I do. Boy, if I want to go like balls to the wall, I'll go Josh Downs. But Scary Terry is definitely right there. Right there. Jacoby Myers or Tyler Lockett. Oh my God, that's terrible. Every time you ask me that question every single week, and I give you the wrong answer. I don't even know what Tyler Lockett's playing. I think he's still got the questionable designation. I don't see anything on there. Jacoby Myers he keeps performing, doesn't he? Who's Vegas playing this week? The Lions. I think I got to go Jacoby Myers. They are on the road. They're in Detroit. It's a Monday night game too. Woo, buddy. You do have time. That's one good thing about this one. You don't have to start. I think Seattle's a late game as well. They're a 3:05 game, so you're going to find out if Tyler Lockett's going to be playing. You already know that DK Metcalf is back, so that's good for Tyler Lockett. When DK Metcalf is out, it's bad for Tyler Lockett because then they can kind of focus on him And then the rookie out there, in Jigba, if I'm not mistaken. He had a great touchdown catch last week. Great touchdown catch. Excuse me. Pick 2, Garrett Wilson, McLaurin, Nico Collins. Definitely Scary Terry. And with Robert Woods out, I might go Nico on this one. I think so. Maybe. I don't even know. Garrett Wilson or Deontay Johnson flex. I don't even know how Garrett Wilson has been playing lately. Like, for real. Like, I want to look it up real quick. I mean, why not? I'm sitting right here. I got nothing to do. I'm sure you're sitting there just wondering what the hell's going on with your league as well. I'm going to check it out. That's not how you spell Wilson. It says Wilden. What the hell? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, there he is. All right, so here, I just want to tell you, this is what Garrett Wilson has done this year. 11-9, 11 in the first, 15, 7, 10, 6, 13, just coming off a bye week. They're playing the Giants today. I mean, that's a good setup, really. But I think Deontay Johnson's on his way up. The kid's finding his way as well. Yeah. Let's just check real quick. I do want to check. Just so I don't get all crazy. Oh, yeah. Deontay Johnson's been out for like 5 weeks. Yeah, give me Wilson. Yeah, give me Wilson. Now, he gave you 10 points against the Rams, but, I mean, they are playing Jacksonville this week, so you could see some action. Palmer, Moore, Olave, or Pittman, sit one. I'm sitting Olave. I mean, hell, he just got arrested. Is he even playing this week? Like, Olave might be done for a while, right? Or am I thinking of someone else? He's not even listed on the practice report and shit. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick, yeah, no, it's going to be Olave at that point. Najee Harris or Deontay Foreman flex help. Deontay Foreman, I think. Najee Harris finally found the end zone, which was really cool. I'm so proud of him. I had him on my lineup for every freaking week. Full PPR, Moss, DeMarcado, or McLaughlin. DeMarcado, I think, this week. The other two are straight up backups. Moss is a backup. But I think people, like, you start getting kind of lost on that. Let me see what's going on here. See if I can get something. I think people, when Taylor got activated, Moss was still the stud, obviously, right? So he was still scoring more points. Oh, look at this, the share or whatever, but last week was not, you know what I mean? He's been, so yeah. If I had to pick DeMarcado, yeah. You got to bench Moss. You have to. I know it's pain. Tank or Zay in the flex. Ho. Boy, I do want to get saucy on this one. And I do want to go Tank Dell. I really do believe. I think it's the kid. I think it's Tank Dell. And I shouldn't say the kid. They're both kids. Zay Flowers is definitely there. That's a good position to have. And you got 2 good receivers, and that's who you're fighting over in the flex. Like, for real. You got an hour to kick off. Ooh, buddy. I think I'm going to fly through this, and might be back tonight to recap some football action on the Strikeout Beer channel. If you're here on YouTube, Strikeout Beer podcast. Also stream on Facebook, Twitter, X, and Twitch. If I said Twitch twice, it's Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. AJ Dillon or Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs. Yeah, Brandon Cooks for the Brandon Cooks or Tyler Lockett. If Tyler Lockett's playing, I'm taking Tyler Lockett. No question. Calvin Ridley, Drake London, T. Higgins, Kendrick Bourne. Which 2 would you play in non-PPR leagues? Just put standard. You don't have to put non-PPR. Calvin Ridley ain't done jack. Drake London, no. T. Higgins, no. Man, you got some issues. The one I am leaning towards is Kendrick Bourne. He had a good week last week. And let me get Drake London in that. Drake London and Kendrick Bourne, they'll probably both score a touchdown. Calvin Ridley, watch, he blows up today. He ain't done. Scary Terry or Rice, Scary Terry? Flex, Deontay Johnson or Darrell Henderson. Darrell Henderson got activated again to the activated. He was on the practice squad. Watch him go out and score some points. They keep dumping him down and then bringing him back. It's like, all right, I'm in a dilemma. Do I go with Zach Moss or Miles Sanders? Oh God, that's, you know what? I feel the pain. I feel your pain. if I had to, I think I gotta go with the upside of somehow Miles Sanders falls in the end zone this week. Because I don't think Zach Moss, he's already went back to his backup role. Oof. Williams versus Kansas City or Ford against Seattle. Ford's not playing, so you got to go Williams. Yeah. I mean, Ford, there's no effing way he's playing, right? Derrick Henry or Kareem Hunt. If Ford's out, Kareem Hunt. Derrick Henry, man. Remember when he was just like the biggest stud? I mean, MFR was scoring you 60 points a game. Need a flex, 1 point PPR, just say PPR. Foreman, the Chargers, Rice at Broncos, Sutton versus Chiefs, Ridley Ridley at Steelers. Foreman, no question at all. Flex and PPR, Schultz or Osborne. I guess I would do Osborne, but Schultz might get some action today. Ayuk or Collins for flex. I think I already mentioned that one, did I? It's going to be Ayuk. Just the potential for him. But Nico Collins might have a good day. Like I said, he might actually be like some crazy tournament play for DFS. Oh man. All right, let's move along. I got to step my lineups and whatnot. Now I am going to put up the where you at, you son of a gun. Did I close the Bovado window? Hold on. I'm going to pull it back up and we're going to look at these. I want to show you all how they look. We're going to stop that. Beep, 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 beep. You know, it'd be helpful if I got my damn phone out of the way. Yeah, there it is. It's somewhere. Yeah, says I have it right there. Who knows? Oh, there it is. I put it on the screen in front of me. All right, let's take a look. See what we got. Oh, okay. We're not sharing it yet. There we go. We're not doing that. That's not big enough. All right. So here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Now this is off of Bovada. I didn't want to log into any of my other accounts or anything like that. So kicking off the day, Atlanta Falcons. They're 2.5 point favorites on the road against Tennessee. The over-under set at 35.5 points. Boy, it's just talking like it's going to be an S sandwich. Now, at this point, I got to take the Falcons. Tennessee's in just disarray. There's problems there, right? Atlanta Falcons, every time I don't take them, they win. And when I do take them, they lose. So I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons to win this game. I'm staying away from anything else. I would be inclined to take the under, but I'm not taking the points. I don't feel confident. I'm just going to take the Atlanta Falcons straight up. Now, if you're wondering about, like, if you want to get into a pick'em league or anything like that, Strikeout Beer always host sometimes we host, sometimes we don't host, but it's always the same league. We call it the Venmo League, the Big Boy League. You just pick winners. You're picking the money line every single week, every game that plays. We usually do like $100 buy-in, and then there's a weekly payout. But, with it being 8 weeks in a season, that's just something to put in the back of your head for possibly next year. The Rams and Cowboys. Cowboys are 6.5 point favorites against the Rams. I think the Rams come into town. I think they're gonna cover that 6.5, but the Cowboys ultimately should win this game. I'm not saying it's going to be a crazy wild ass, 45 point game, but if you think about it, most people are saying like 21-17, something like that. So I would be leaning towards under. There you go. You see it moving right now, 7 points. So, and the money line went to negative 310. Next up, the New Orleans Saints traveled to Indianapolis Colts. Take on those. Is it Minshew Mania still going on out there? 2 points. Colts are getting 2 points at home. I get embarrassed every time I take the Saints or don't take the Saints. I feel like I get the same action with the Atlanta Falcons. They just out to screw me over. Give me the Colts at home. That is probably not going to be not a good pick for me, but I'm going to take the Colts at home. Then you got the Jets and the Giants. Let's be honest, the Giants are looking better. They're getting a little bit better, doing a little bit more. I don't know who the quarterback is this week. I think Daniel Jones might be still out. I could actually probably pull it up. I'm not going to pull it up, though. Giants are getting 3 points at home. Pick 2 full PPR. Downs, Rice, Ridley, London, Scary Terry, or Palmer. I don't know if Palmer's playing. I like Scary Terry. Give me the Downs. Give me Downs, man. Josh Downs this week. We were actually just talking about that game. Yeah. Downs and Scary Terry. I like Palmer, but I don't know if he's playing, and I don't know if you can wait around to see if he's going to play. You know what I mean? So those are those two. Yep. Downs and Scary Terry. I love Scary Terry. Where the hell am I? There's my screen. All right. This New Jersey game, I don't know what to think about it. do I want to get cute and pick the Giants, or do I seriously think the Jets are going to come in and just tear them up? I think it's the defense that's going to get the Jets the win. Also, that MFer, literally. Give me the Jets, I guess, the money line on the Jets this week. And then you got the Eagles traveling into Washington to take on the Commanders. I got to go Philly till they show me they ain't going to win it. You know what I mean? But it's the Commanders. You're talking a 7-point favorite. Yeah, give me the Commanders. This is going to be an interesting game. Most people don't think so, but I think it's going to be very interesting. The Texans and the Panthers, the over-under, if you notice, is up. It's 43 points. Texans are giving up 3 points on the road to the Panthers. Panthers at home getting 3 points. I can see the Texans winning this game. I absolutely can. Now, will they cover? I don't know. I might buy it down 0.5 point where it's 2.5, and then that would be my pick right there. So Texans to win. Texans, if I go to 2.5 points to cover, yeah, I'll take that. Jacksonville and the Steelers. Steelers are looking good. Who saw that coming? I mean, who really saw that coming? But Jaguars are on the road. They're giving Steelers 2.5 points. You see all these things moving as we speak. Look at this. The numbers are just jumping all over the place. It's 11:04 here in Dallas. Games kick in 56 minutes. They're previewing the game right now between the Bengals and the 49ers. Oh, man. Steelers or Jags? Every time I pick the Jags, they break my heart. Every time I pick the Steelers, they break my heart. It's like a coin flip to me on this one. If the Steelers are at home, let's give it to the Steelers. My pick will be the Steelers. I love that all these games. Look at all these noon games. I hope everybody has the Sunday ticket. I hope everybody has the red zone. You can sit here and just watch. I mean, it's going to be bonkers for 3.5 hours, right? Got the Vikings and the Pack. The Pack are getting a point at home. Vikings are going to win the game. No question about it. Patriots and Dolphins. Dolphins, yes, by a mile. Now, will they? When I say a mile, I mean they'll probably cover the 8. Are they going to hang 70 on them? Probably not. Patriots are actually really good, but I'll tell you this. This was even a fact back in when Tom Brady was on the Patriots. They could not beat the Dolphins in Miami. And it was only like during a couple months. I think it was like September, but I believe October is one of those months as well. But yeah, the Dolphins. I might even work the Dolphins and the Eagles in a parlay and then toss the Cowboys in as well. It's going to give you a nice little payout. I need to make that pick as soon as possible. Browns are going to Seattle. Seattle, are giving the Browns 4 points at home. Browns defense is legit. They might swallow what's his name up whole today. I don't know. I really don't know how this game's going to go. I would say Seattle's going to win this game, but I would not be surprised if the Browns come in and upset them. It's only a 4-point spread. Man, it is tough. It is tough. Holy moly. Well, let me go Seahawks. No. I'm backing out. I'm backing out. Give me the Browns. The Browns. This is going to be a AFC North day where all the AFC North teams win. We're calling it now. And the last one we got 2 we haven't picked yet. Obviously, the Baltimore Ravens are going to beat the Arizona Cardinals. They're 9.5-point favorites on that on the road. Arizona just doesn't look that great of a team. And the Ravens are coming off of a phenomenal week against the Lions, just pistol whipping the shit out of them. Then you got the Bengals traveling to Santa Clara. Bengals are getting 4 on the road. I think they're going to win. I do. Joe Burrow doesn't appear hurt anymore. Now, he does spend a lot of time on his ass, so the offensive line is going to have to step up to get this win, but I really feel like this could be an upset. If not, this would be the only team, I think, from the AFC North that does not win today. Then Sunday Night Football, no, not Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs and the Broncos, it's going to be an S show, but obviously the Chiefs are going to win. As long as Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce are healthy, it's a dub for the Chiefs. Count it. Good to go. It's going to be a sloppy game, but cold and flurries and snow everywhere. Bears and Chargers. Every time I want to pick I love the Chargers. I love the Chargers, but they always freaking lose. I would not be surprised if the Bears somehow come in and get an upset. But I got to be conservative. You're talking 9.5-point favorites here. The Chargers should win this game. If they don't, God, Sunday Night Football. Oh, Monday Night Football. Yeah, Monday Night Football. You got the Vegas Raiders going to Detroit to take on those Lions. Lions are giving the Raiders 7.5 points. Detroit should win this game. I might try to get the points under 6.5 or under 7 to 6.5. But yeah, give me the Lions. This is also one of those things where I will be trying to work in some parlays with the Chiefs, the Lions, some heavily favored teams. But yeah, there you go. That's it for this week. Oh my gosh. I hope that everybody can sit down, enjoy some football today. We're almost to the end of October. Halloween is Tuesday. And if you haven't been watching that World Series, you should be. I'm RD. This is SB Fantasy Football Podcast. Thanks for listening. Have yourself a great Sunday. We'll see you.